starts out with like soft and got hard. That's the plot, I guess. Well, like, what are they going for? Like, whatever.
Ejaculation.
It's not even his. I hope that's not his daughter. Okay, that is all I've been watching. Go ahead and plug away.
Plug your butt.
Oh, speaking of plugging, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What a segue.
All right, so go ahead and follow us on iTunes, subscribe to us on iTunes, and make sure to give us a rating. 5-star is what we want. If you rate any lower, fuck you.
Dude, if you write a 4-star, you're going to have to, like, explain in detail why it's only 4. Come on.
Exactly. But then follow us on Facebook at the Horror Drunks Podcast. We also have a Facebook group at the Horror Drunks Podcast Horror Drunks Podcast group. We're also on Instagram. Follow us there at the Horror Drunks Podcast. We're on Twitter. Follow us there at the Horror Drunks. And if you ever want to get a hold of us, we have an email at askthehorrordrunks@gmail.com.
Or just come over on Saturdays. We'll be here.
Yeah.
At gmail.com.
Yeah.
And then make sure to keep an eye out. I'll be sharing my first article on pophorror.com when that actually happens. But that's pretty much all the plugs.
So you
we got to plug Juan Gutierrez.
Every time I forget.
That's because you're dumb.
Sorry, Juan.
Yeah, Juan drew our awesome logo. Hopefully we'll have more hoodies at some point.
There you go.
Probably.
Shirts up the ass. And then,
Juan Gutierrez.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of shirts. And we can't sell them because it's his artwork. I already figured that out. Like, I don't want... I mean... No, I don't want to sell.
Well, if we did, we'd have to give him at least some of the profit.
I would, but I don't want to sell anyways. And like you said, we got like a shout out on some other. We've a couple shout outs on podcasts. I don't even want.
We can just continue giving the shirts away.
I don't want that attention either.
Contest winners.
Like, don't say nice things about us, please.
What?
I don't want the attention. I didn't even like listen. I don't know. I don't want.
That just goes to show that we at least are doing something right. If like other like big podcasters are listening to us,
I can't really like ask anyone to listen to our podcast because I've never listened to a podcast that wasn't ours.
Oh,
and I only listen to like see how stupid we sound.
Oh, wait till you hear a good one.
I've heard a couple of pretty good ones.
All right.
Wait, you mean of ours or just in general?
In general.
Oh, no, I don't know.
You're like, we're fucking amateurs.
Bunch of fucking amateurs.
But you know what? It doesn't matter because we have fun, and that's all that fucking counts.
Bunch of fucking amateurs should be the name of our podcast.
That's not bad.
No.
Horror Drunks Podcast. Bunch of fucking amateurs.
Oh, dude, there's the next shirt.
That's perfect.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, quotations. Bunch of fucking amateurs.
Trademark, copyright.
Amateurs.
Yeah. TM, too, also.
Well, I mean, that's like from a Coen Brothers movie, so I don't know if we can...
Well, we're taking it and then copyrighting it and trademark
You
it.
just misspell the word if it's not
amateurs.
It's not verbatim. I don't know if verbatim is the spelling, but...
Verbatim?
Verbatim.
Yeah.
I didn't say verbatim. Bert-vatum.
You know that guy.
Bert Vader?
We're tight. And, so... this episode we're doing Kwaidan. We all watched that. Onibaba, I didn't watch that, and we all watched Hausu. It's 1977 weird fucking movie. So
yeah, the theme of the episode obviously is very specifically Japanese Criterion horror films. And I mentioned a couple more in my "What Have You Been Watching" that we're not covering tonight. Japan has like a rich history of horror. I guess like the earliest example I can think of is probably the original Gojira.
Okay.
But they were really, well known for their ghost stories and just even early on outlandish things like House, and even continuing that trend, like a lot of the stuff in the 80s.
Just the surrealism.
Yeah, stuff like Entrails of a Beautiful Woman and Entrails of a Virgin, those are just so fucked up and weird. And
yeah, when I watch House, I was just thinking Visitor Q.
Yeah, like Tetsuo and just
strange.
Japan has always been a really good go-to country for surrealism and just bonkers out there nonsensical cinema.
It's because they have blurry dicks.
They don't have to blur out the dicks; it's the pubic hair.
No, they blur out the dicks too.
Yeah, they do, but it's because they have to blur out the pubic hair.
I doubt if you shaved your Asian dick and balls that you can show your cock anyway.
I really want to say that the whole issue is about pubic hair. I could be wrong though.
What's so bad?
I don't know that's maybe.
You said it before. You don't even mind a hairy butthole if she had a hairy butthole.
Oh, sure. Why? Yeah.
I mean,
I don't have a problem with it.
I have a
the
huge
Japanese
problem
that
with
do.
that. I don't know, but if she blurred out her fucking hairy butthole when I was having sex with her, I wouldn't care.
I don't think that a person can be blurred out in
real life.
Yeah, there's apps. You can view through your phone and blur it out. I'm gonna try that.
That's you might be onto something there.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you know, in the late '90s, Japan just kind of like got, I don't know, redundant with its output with stuff like Ringu and Ju-on and all of those movies like that, you know.
Yeah, ghost children style
Yeah.
movies.
But
yeah, it's mainly like ghost shit. They're into ghosts like fucking way too much.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of ghost movies at all.
I like a lot of the stuff like from the 80s, like those types of ghost stories, but new age stuff, no.
it's definitely one of the thinnest and weakest of the horror genres is the ghost story.
Yeah.
But when they're good, they're like really good.
Yeah, like certain haunting movies, like you said,
I don't know,
you
like
love
The Conjuring
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
William
you
Castle
actually
stuff.
You
and,
like The Conjuring?
Or wait, what did I say? No, I meant the Changeling. Why did I say
Yeah,
that?
I meant to
I was
say
going to say,
Changeling.
why do you
The
like
Entity?
that?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
good.
I also watched fucking. It was actually decent. Sinister 2.
Oh, that's
Because I like that James Ransone, which I also watched Ken Park and
Ken Park rules.
not that part with James Ransone or whatever.
Where he's
Ransone.
jacking off.
Oh, and he comes.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Larry Clark, dude. Seriously. Fucking pervert. Anyways, go ahead. Oh, yeah, Japanese, not James Ransone's cock and sperm. Go ahead.
I don't know. I guess I'm done talking about Japanese movies. Don't you guys ever do anything?
The only thing I can contribute is, like, I don't know a lot about the Japanese stuff, like, but Takeshi Miike's
Yeah,
stuff.
Miike rules the roost
Yeah.
of modern Japanese horror. I mean,
he's the most sadistic. The one we watched for the podcast, but we didn't do. What was it? Over Your Dead Body.
yeah, that one kind of
It wasn't
slow. Too great.
It was slow and it was confusing because you didn't know if it was a play or if it was really fucking.
Do you need to clear your throat? You sound really weird.
Do I? No, I sound sexy as shit. I really do. It's the best I've ever sounded. It really. I'm a peak performer right now.
I guess I forgot to mention Kurosawa is like the closest thing that he ever did to a horror movie. His adaptation of Macbeth, Throne of Blood.
Never seen it.
That's really good. It's the only thing that rivals Polanski's Macbeth as far as a film adaptation of that story.
Okay.
But yeah, so, like, I don't really, like, this was kind of like my first dive into something that I really had no past history with.
Bullshit. Truth or dare.
Well, no, like, train wreck movies I've had history with in
Yeah.
general, the theme.
Yeah.
Not the movies
And
themselves.
your train wreck movie that you picked was your favorite, so that's weird.
It's
Yeah.
with the favorite train wreck for sure. Which, who knows, maybe I'll write a review about that on Pop or one of these
You want to get
days.
fired? You want to get fired? No, don't do that. You got your first movie pick for that? by
Can
the
you
way?
get fired
Yeah.
from something that you're
Did you say editor?
just doing?
Yeah, I'm
for
going to do
fun?
the editor for my, because they want me to do, like, not a review, but just talk about, like, a favorite movie of mine, and I could have went with, like, Halloween or Friday the 13th or The Thing,
Perfect 10.
but I was like, screw it, I'm going to do something not many people have known about, and I love Italian cinema, so this is, like, a good blend of all that stuff, so.
Yep. Italian without the Italians.
Right. But done in such a fun way.
And that's the fucking thing about the Japanese shit. Motherfucker.
Yeah, we went on plenty of
Right?
tangents during that
We're
Japanese
fucking
thing.
done with that shit, right?
What?
The fucking Japanese stuff.
You mean are we going to do another episode?
No, I think he's talking about our
The
discussion
history.
here. The history.
Oh yeah,
You didn't even say Godzilla once.
I said
Yeah, he's a Gojira.
it's a Gojira.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you started off with that.
Yeah, that was the
Okay.
first one I talked about. You silly nit.
All right, well, on to our first film. just in time. Go ahead, Scott.
Oh, we're already going?
Cut. Go, Scott.
Okay, we are doing Kwaidan from 1965.
Speaking to the mic.
Oops.
Damn. Come on. Professional writer, but amateur podcaster.
Fuck you guys. But yeah, this movie is Kwaidan from 1965, directed by Masaki Kobayashi. The writers were Yoku Mizuki for the screenplay, and then taken from the novel by Lafcadio Hearn, was it?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's based on the writings of a Greek-Irish-American named Lafcadio Hearn, who moved to Japan in 1895 and changed his name to Yakumo Koizumi. It's kind of an interesting little thing about the movie.
Yeah, but this is a really long anthology. I think there's 4 stories altogether.
3 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close to 3 hours, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough watch.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough one for me, but...
The only segment that kind of drags is In a Cup of Tea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one definitely did.
And it's not that it drags, it's just, I don't know, it's not as stimulating as the other 3.
And I couldn't figure out a good way to write down a synopsis, so I'm going to just go off the IMDb synopses for these.
Okay.
But the first story is Black Hair, a poor samurai who divorces...
And it's not blurred out, by the way.
God damn it. But it's a...
You are pedestrian.
It's a story about a poor samurai who divorces his true love to marry for money, but finds the marriage disastrous and returns to his old wife, only to discover something eerie about her. And that's basically the small synopsis, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I wrote down.
Oh, okay.
I wrote the same.
Yeah, this story for me, this one was like my least favorite of... Well, the second least favorite of the anthology.
Yeah.
It was kind of confusing to me. I didn't really understand it.
What was there to not understand? I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't know,
you don't
yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Well, the
guy is penniless. He leaves his wife.
I understood that part.
He marries a woman in a prominent family, and she's callous and cold, and he misses his wife. He goes back to her. They go to bed. He wakes up.
Yeah,
I don't understand that. That is pretty complicated, what you just said.
Well, no, I just don't understand the whole black hair thing.
Scott, that's the least complicated thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, it's just a plot device. It's the means of the woman's revenge. You know, her hair was her, like, most beautiful trait or whatever, and it was the only thing that was left of her other than her skeleton, and it took revenge for her.
Yeah.
Just so weird.
The revenge of a jilted lover.
Okay, well, yeah, either way, that one was just, I just didn't get into that.
Wrong!
Sorry.
No, Black Hair is awesome. It's probably, it's like the weakest of the stories aside from In a Cup of Tea, but...
Yeah, that's why I didn't like Vince Neil. Because all of the other guys had black hair and he didn't.
What the fuck?
Molly Crew.
I know.
No, you said black hair is awesome. Everyone,
Yeah. Well, I mean...
I smoked weed just now. This isn't fair. You know I'm fucking stupid.
Oh, good lord.
I don't know.
Here
That
we
was
go.
kind of a good joke.
Yeah, whatever.
But I'll move on to the second story.
whole
Which,
bit on
Whoa. We're not done with the black hair yet.
I got a whole bit on black hair. I'm fucking saving.
No, I mean, that one's really good. Like, the segment, where he awakens and finds that the room is dilapidated and she's a skeleton, and it's a cool reveal.
Yeah, that was cool.
I don't know if... I forget who directed Pet Sematary. I don't know if she used that segment as inspiration for when Lewis Creed is in Judd's house and it's all like dilapidated and rotten. But the first time I saw Kwaidan, that's immediately what popped into my head.
Mm.
So I don't know if that was like inspirational for her or what. But
I guess the one thing I can say about this, and it'll pretty much be throughout the whole entire movie, is just the settings are really awesome. Like